What is up, foodies, and welcome back to another episode. This is long overdue, but we are finally hitting up Seaweed Handroll in Glendale. I had their like little one-off that they have at Topanga Social, but I've been wanting to go to the actual restaurant. You have to make reservations for the most part because it is kind of smaller. It is still a very gloomy day here in LA, but I'm hoping that this sushi just cheers me up. I am excited to see what they got. Let's get right into this.
Here is Seaweed in Glendale. They have very limited street parking in the front, but they also do have a little parking lot in the back that you just have to walk around. And this place is really small, and there was actually a lot of people, so it was kind of hard to film. But it's a beautiful spot. They gave a generous amount of ginger here and wasabi as well. And I just love places that have that little towel to make you just feel nice and fresh.
I don't know what I ordered,
Pour
but
it.
like, look how big it is. I was like, oh my god, did I order the wrong thing? Here we are at Seaweed, dude.
Every time I get sushi with Daniel, he always wants sake, so of course we had to keep up with that tradition. And the sake and beer was really good price, and the presentation was on point. And I would say everything here was also reasonably priced compared to any other sushi restaurants. This bar is literally right in front of you, and they make everything fresh right there. First up is the octopus sashimi, and this has uzu, sesame oil, lemon, sesame seeds, and the presentation for all of these dishes was on point, and especially this one. This was really good. You get that little citrus, the acidity and the saltiness, and combined, which was perfect. And the octopus was nicely thin, so it wasn't like super chewy as well that you might get at other restaurants. This one I was actually blown away with because I'm not a huge octopus fan at all, but I would highly recommend this as just a little shareable. Next up was the salmon. The two fishes that I love the most is salmon and tuna. So of course you're going to see a lot of that in here today. And this one didn't have as much sauce as I thought it was going to have, but overall everything that they added on this was tasty and the salmon itself was super buttery. I love spicy tuna rice cakes, so of course I had to get this here. I also love this at the Topanga Social location, and this tasted just like that. The rice is cooked to perfection. They have a nice ratio from rice to spicy tuna. Again, this is something that I would highly recommend ordering as well. It was hard to eat, but it was really good. I love this. We have the salmon with caviar nigiri, and this just looked amazing. It kind of looks like candy. I didn't really want to eat it, but I was hungry, and of course, I'm going to eat it. And yeah, the caviar and the salmon, just the way it was prepared, this was perfection. I absolutely love this as well. I also just want to say that everyone here was amazing. They were super nice. This chef alone was by far the nicest guy that I've met, and he was just going above and beyond for us. And he made this really cool plate that was kind of his own little recipe. This literally reminded me of like a really fancy drink, like maybe an old fashioned that got smoked. But this is albacore with truffle, and I'm not a huge truffle fan, but I think the funkiness that you get from the truffle, along with the sweetness that you get from the fish, just went so well. And yeah, I mean, he didn't have to do that. He was amazing. I don't know if this is on the menu, but ask for this. This was good. And then I love blue crab. So, of course, I had to get a blue crab hand roll. And this thing was so creamy. It was not dry at all that I've had before. This was phenomenal. Probably one of my favorite things, but that's just because I just love blue crab so much. Here is the halibut sashimi, and you could obviously see that this one was a little bit spicy. It just in that sauce, and then you also have that chili crunch right on top. And that chili crunch added, a little bit of texture to it. And this was thinly sliced. It was beautiful. It also soaked up all of that. So again, it was a little bit on the spicy side, but it wasn't overbearing. And I truly did enjoy this. This one is bluefin tuna, and obviously you can see it almost has the same sauce, same chili crunch as well. But this tuna is seared with black pepper and then also has ponzu sauce, so you get a little bit of that heat and then you get that sweetness as well. And it tastes like a really good tuna steak. Here is the seared scallop hand roll, and look how massive these scallops were. This was insane. The scallops tasted amazing. I just think the ratio was a little weird because it's basically just a scallop, and I think I could have just had those alone, maybe with some sauce instead of a hand roll, but it was still really good. And again, I love scallops, so that obviously made it better. Here are some more crispy rice. Daniel's sake was kicking in, so he wanted some more food. So this is what we ordered, and it was a nice way to just end off everything. You get a little bit of that sweetness and the crunchiness. It was kind of perfect. This whole place was honestly just a nice place to eat. I would highly recommend it if you're ever in this area.
We are back from Seaweed in Glendale, and that place was amazing. It is kind of small, so if you can make reservations, do so. Um, there's a lot of people that come in and out of that place. Again, the staff is phenomenal, whether it's the hostess, and I think we even met the owner as well. Everyone was super nice. Shout out to that chef. He was phenomenal. He was basically just checking in, making sure everything is good, and then he, gave us that little treat during all of our orders. But yeah, this place was great. Pricing is about on par with pretty much any other sushi restaurant that you're going to get, especially in the LA area. I definitely want to go back there. There is also one in Topanga Social, which is slightly different. It's more of a bar-ish, like a to-go kind of style. It's not a sit-down. So keep that in mind if you're going to hit up the Topanga Social. They are definitely different, and the menus are slightly different as well. But until next time, keep on eating. Send me some recommendations of where you want me to go, sushi wise as well, because I do love my sushi. Follow me on IG at RockPaperFood, and see you.